Premiership welcomes a new team. Paul Jewell's Bradford City have done it, and they'll be in the Premiership for the first time ever. And what a story this is for the side from West Yorkshire.
At the turn of the millennium, they were a Premier League team, beating Liverpool, Chelsea and Arsenal during a 2-year stint in the top flight. A lot has changed since then. The Bantams have fallen and kept falling all the way down to Sky Bet League 2. In 2013 there was a glimmer of hope, promotion to League 1 and a run all the way to the final of the EFL Cup, but ultimately it turned out to be a false dawn. But the Bantams are looking to bounce back, and in February they caught the eye by appointing former Manchester City, Southampton and Wales manager Mark Hughes.
Until you get back in, you don't realise how much you have missed it. Obviously been out, getting close on 3 years, which wasn't my intention, if I'm honest. I wanted a break after my last appointment, and so I took that, but that coincided with the pandemic. You can be a little bit too comfortable and think, well, maybe I'm done, but I always had the nagging feeling in the back of my mind that there was one more job out there. And then my lad who represents me, Alex, he came to me one day and said, "What do you think about Bradford?"
Yeah, it was a conversation that came out of nowhere, to be honest. You know, an email dropped into my junk box one late Friday night ahead of the Oldham game, which would have been Mark Trueman's first game back in caretaker charge. You know, that's a difficult period for any chief executive when things haven't gone to plan with a previous manager and you're wondering what the next move should be. And you know, we began discussions the following few days. On the Monday, I travelled to his house, and it wasn't a hoax.
The club at this level is a big club, and we get great crowds, great support. Maybe the club's relationship with the fans had been a little bit damaged before, and our home form isn't great and still isn't great, which is something we need to address. But since I've walked through the door, all I've had is positive reaction, and it's up to me and the team to make sure that continues.
There's been a real lift in across the city. You know, we've sort of put ourselves back on the map a little bit, and Mark's been a huge part of that. And it's a clear statement of intent from us, and it's surely a mark of our ambition of where we want to get to.
During the last 3 months of last season, Hughes must assess his squad, get to know the club and build relationships behind the scenes. With a new playing philosophy to implement and a big summer of recruitment on the horizon, it's a good opportunity for the manager to get acquainted with his new surroundings.
Yeah, it's been a breath of fresh air, I would say, for the club. I think most of the players, and if you've asked other staff a similar question, would say that when he walks in the room, there's a bit of an aura, a bit of authority about him. Mark's very experienced, he's worked at a top level, he knows how to train players, and the training's been spot on, really.
The season started quite a bit difficult for us, but obviously with the new manager coming in and his staff, it's been fantastic with obviously the experience on high level, you know, so he has really high standards, you know, and he's a manager that is really into details, you know, to every single thing, every session. Obviously week in and week out we try to get to his standards, what he wants from us, and so far I think we have done quite well.
People tell you who've managed me as a player in the past that I wasn't the greatest trainer in the world. In fact, I was awful. But I always used to say, well, I might be rubbish Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, but Friday and Saturday I used to focus a bit, and I was okay at the weekend. So that's the important part. But thankfully my players do as I say, not as I used to do. So they train a lot better than I do. And there's expectation here. Yeah, I mean, it's a magnificent stadium, and we get big crowds, and players have to be able to deal with that.
Sorry to interrupt the video, guys. Just quick one, really quick one. If you haven't subscribed to the League of 72 and you're enjoying this video, you're missing out. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on the best of EFL content. Enjoy the video. Sorry I interrupted.
We tried to bring in some more professional aspects, really, that the club had probably been lacking over the last few years, where we just demand a little bit more out of the players, so they have to do their wellness every day on an app on their phone, so we know how they're all feeling before 9 o'clock. So we know that before I have a meeting with the manager, who's fit, who's not, who's slept well, who's got muscle soreness, this type of thing, and we chat about that as a department. They have to do hydration testing, they have to do body fat testing, body weight testing, hamstring power, groin power, and all these are sort of building up a picture of how fit the players are, how robust they are, who's struggling, who's not. And I can give the manager a snapshot of that information, and that might affect his selection, it might affect what we're doing in training that day. We just try and highlight the key things that we think will affect physical performance and potentially your results on a match day.
The one surprising thing for me was the amount of good quality players at this level. So sometimes I've been dismissive of maybe the level of talent that there is at this level. But there's a lot of players here who've played at a higher level or who've got the potential to play at a higher level. Almost every team has got 3 or 4 of that type of player. I think we're all excited by what's ahead of us. I think it's a situation that certainly we can really enjoy if we get this place going.
You know, the new manager's come in, high profile. I think the fans are very excited about that. And I think you can see as soon as he's come in, the performance levels of the whole squad have really raised since he's been appointed. So the positives are there to have a successful season next year.
It is match day, and an opportunity to take further steps in the right direction as Hughes and his staff lay the groundwork for the coming season. Bradford supporters are as loyal as they are long-suffering, and they will expect nothing but a genuine promotion challenge in 2023.
As a professional footballer, you've got to enjoy match day. Match day is the best day. It was exactly the same when I was a player. Prospect of playing in front of crowds and getting the adrenaline going and competing against good opposition, that was always what really got me going.
You get here and there's 16,000, 17,000 and when you whip the atmosphere up here, it is some place to play.
Oh, it's fantastic, you know, it's fantastic, especially at home. It's really special to play in front of all these fans, you know, it makes you want to do really well. You know, fortunately, you know, this season things hasn't gone the way we wanted, but hopefully next season we can make them proud and get them back to where Bradford City belong, and that's a high up level.
I think we're all excited by what's ahead of us. I think it's a situation that certainly we can really enjoy if we get this place going.
And if we can get a squad together that's capable of promotion, then you know this could be fantastic. And not only that, the momentum carries you forward for the next season as well. So exciting times, and we just hope that we can get the job done and put this club back up a league.